Junior Jewels. I'm Carly.
And I'm Jess, and we are the hosts of Typical Tuesday Night,
a Taylor Swift podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Typical Tuesday Night podcast. I'm Jess.
And I'm Carly. And you guys, I feel like it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We finally have, I know, like drum roll major. We finally have the Eras Tour final show, which is so exciting. And I think the thing that I was even more excited about, the first 2 episodes of the End of an Era Docuseries.
Yes.
Woo! And we cannot wait to talk about it. I'm excited. I'm like, let's jump in. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Yes, we received. So excited.
It was so good.
It's been a long time coming, some might say.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun. Like, we've been saying, when I say we, I am saying Swifties.
Yeah.
Us as well on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like, we've been saying, we know a documentary is coming. We just don't know when. We know it's coming. And we finally have it.
Yeah.
Oh, so pumped. So yeah.
I know.
We're excited to talk about it today.
Yes. And so what we're going to do is we kind of talked about this last week. Today we're going to talk about episode 1 and 2 because they are out. If you haven't watched them yet, I don't know what you're doing, but go watch those and then come back and listen to this.
If you're listening to this and you haven't seen that,
please.
That is actually
Priority.
a big compliment, but also you need to go watch it.
It's so true. And then we will touch on the movie a little bit. If I'm being very honest, I have not watched it yet. We watched Tortured Poets set and Surprise Songs together, but I have not had a chance to watch the full thing. But I'm excited to like sit down and watch it all the way.
Yeah, we watched the Tortured Poets and Surprise Songs. I actually watched the very end, like at the end of Karma, to see like Karma is the guy on the Chiefs and like her saying goodbye to everybody. And then today I did start it, and I actually did get up to Tortured Poets. So I have actually
you have seen it.
The whole thing minus
out of order.
Midnight's Era full.
Oh, that's right,
because
you just like moved forward.
And I did fast forward. I feel like this is like, I should not be saying this. I fast forwarded through All Too Well 10-minute version today. To try to get through
the
more.
Podcast right there.
I'm like, All Too Well 10-minute version, skip. It's a skip for me. It's a bathroom break.
Oh my gosh. That's like one of my favorite memories though, is when I turned to you and I was like, if anybody leaves during 10 minutes of All Too Well, when we went to the show and then
the movie theater. That was so perfect. Oh man. Yes. So I was just trying to get through as much as possible tonight. So I
get that.
Skipped it, but I won't. It was painful. It was a painful skip. I almost skipped Champagne Problems, and I didn't skip that one just because it's shorter. Yeah, I did keep it, and I needed to see the standing ovation. So
that's true. I heard you can hear everybody singing "Happy Birthday." Like after. That's what I heard. I haven't seen it.
I didn't notice, but I also we're going to talk about the movie, but they showed so much of the standing ovation.
I wonder if that's part of it.
Yeah. So I eventually I kind of tuned out because I was working.
I get what happens.
Yeah, I was working and watching at the same time, so I wasn't listening super close. But they because when you're at the show, if you went to the Eras Tour, it's a super cool moment, but it's also kind of this feels really long.
Totally.
Feels really long. And they totally made you feel that way a little bit.
That's
in the
cool
movie
though.
To show, to show really how
what it was
long
like. Yeah.
It could they didn't show the full thing obviously, but they did it justice.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure it felt even longer watching it too.
Mm-hmm. Not being there.
Not being part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have been standing on my couch.
I was just going to say.
Screaming and just joining in.
Give her that standing ovation for 5 minutes.
Oh, man. But yeah, so Tortured Poets in high def. Oh. So pumped.
I'm sorry. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lives. Seeing that.
Yeah.
Not on my grainy live stream. I mean, you saw it in person, so.
I did. But honestly,
for all of you that did.
Getting to see it on the movie, though, it's a whole, there's 3 experiences. There's in person, there's live stream, and there's through the movie, and they're all so different, and you need all of it.
Oh, it just every time as she starts like marching down, I'm like, chills, chills, full body, full body. And I'm just like, how is this song real? Like,
I know.
And just the added effects, like her in that jacket and like marching and kind of just knowing the Maddie of it all.
I
It
know.
really just, it hits, man.
It does.
It hits.
It is like a full experience and it's amazing.
It is. So good.
But before we jump in, we did want to read, I wanted to read one of our brand new reviews from one of our junior jewels. So this is Kat. And Kat said, "Hi, ladies. First of all, thank you so much for a great Taylor Swift podcast. I really didn't listen to Taylor Swift at all until a couple of summers ago when I kept hearing 'Is It Over Now' on the radio."
Oh,
I know.
Great song.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
And I realized I really liked that song. Taylor was in the middle of the Eras Tour the first summer, so I started listening to her music more and then watched the Eras Tour movie, and that's when I got hooked, found your podcast, and have been asking myself since then if I'm now a Swiftie. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. She said, "Now one of my favorite parts of the podcast is when I have a new episode to listen to and I have a long run to do. The episode makes my long run so much more fun. Thank you for that." And then she kind of like
for you.
Went in her review talking about like the bots and like the like the trad wife stuff, and she was like, "Just so you know, they came out and said that that was like bots." And I don't remember, did we talk about that on the podcast or did we talk about it on
that was on Patreon.
Originally, we talked about it on Patreon, which she actually mentioned. She's like, "You talked about it on a subscriber episode." I'm like, "You're a subscriber."
Love that.
And so I didn't remember if the second conversation we had was also, I think it was, huh?
I think it was, yeah.
Subscriber episode, so yeah. Anyway, so thank you,
That's
Kat.
awesome. Yes, thank you. And that's fun too. I mean, we love any type of all Swifties, but it is fun when I think about somebody that started listening to her music a little bit later. And think about those people listening to like our debut deep dives. It's like you weren't there for that. And so I think you get a different appreciation for it. And I hope that we provide that. So I don't know. It's just fun
for sure. Yes. And thanks again to everyone that's been leaving reviews. We only need a few more to hit our goal on Apple Podcasts before the end of the year. So if you haven't left one, we would love if you left one.
Please do.
You guys are the best.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just ready. Just want to like jump in, talk about it.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Okay, so should we do... Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking we'd talk about the movie first, just because we don't need to talk about it a ton, and I know you haven't watched it yet, so I guess I will be telling you about it.
Perfect. Tell me.
I guess
I'm ready.
You can talk about Tortured Poets and Surprise Songs.
Perfect.
So first thing.
Okay.
This is crazy to me that this is in the movie. She, in the opening of Miss Americana, she sings the wrong lyrics. And I am not kidding.
No.
I had to double check. Because I heard it.
Are you serious?
I heard it and I was like, that was weird. And then I watched the beginning. What? I think I watched the opening the first night too. Like I went back and watched the opening and I was like, that was weird. And then tonight when I watched it, I'm like, that for sure was weird. And I double checked and she sings the wrong lyrics. Isn't that crazy?
Okay. I'm sorry. Just like.
At first,
what?
I was in personal denial. I was like, oh no, this is another cruel summer moment where I'm learning the real lyrics to Miss Americana through the tour. No, she sang the wrong word.
Is this like, have other people caught on to this?
I don't know.
Okay, so what is she
Breaking news. Just kidding. You heard it here first.
Okay, what is she? I have so many. Okay, go. I have so many. This is not what I thought we were going to talk about. And I feel like I need to do, like, really let this soak in for a minute.
She's like, I need some breathing exercises.
We're going to pause the podcast for a minute. We'll be right back.
If you're not watching on YouTube, come watch us have a mental breakdown.
For real, though. Okay, what is she? Okay, what does she say?
So instead of whisper in the hallway, like whispers in the hallway, she's a bad. She says down the hallway. clear as day. She says down the hallway. And I was like, that's
So
not, there's, I was like, there's
whisper
no way
down
I've
the
been,
hallway?
yeah, whispers down the hallway. She's a bad, bad girl. They whisper down the hallway. That's what she says. Isn't that so crazy?
Yeah, because it. Okay, so and you looked it up. It is
I
whisper in
mean,
the
I
hallway.
looked it up on Google. I'm
I'm
like, what's
like,
the most official source we could?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
always,
I'm like,
or
do I
I should
have
just
my?
listen to it. I should just listen to it. Miss
I'm
America.
like
We're gonna do this
looking.
live because this
I
this
love
is
it.
important. This
Well,
is
I was
important,
like,
you
where's
guys.
my lover like lie or
I even
those like
checked each
lover
time
books?
she says it because she says it multiple times, and I checked. I'm like, is it one of those things where she says it one way this time and one way
Yeah.
this time? Nope, it's
No.
the same both times.
What?
Yep. Um.
I okay, while you're like looking that up,
Yeah.
my thought is she clearly approved this,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing is the thing I wanted. My biggest question is, did she mess it up the first night? Recognize that she messed it up the first night and mess it up all 3 nights? Did she, or did she
I see, yeah.
like, or did they just use the footage of that part of the song? But you would think if she got it right one of the nights, they
Yeah,
would have
like
used
she
that.
yeah.
But it was
So
like
now
a
I'm like,
close up. But
has she
yeah,
always
that's true.
said that?
It's like a close up too. Well, no, it's the audio that's the issue. Yeah, I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know.
it's
But
weird.
yeah.
It's just weird that if she did mess it up, why was that the shot that she, like that was the audio that she picked? Because like you said, she could have picked another night. They filmed this 3 nights.
Yeah.
Did she not notice? Does she
I
not
don't
know her
know.
own
Does
lyrics?
she not know? Are we gonna inform her? Yeah, I just checked. I listened. It says in without a doubt. Because you guys, we know Taylor Swift lyrics like the back of our hands. So when
Yeah.
something is different, our ears perk up, just like all the rep stuff that happened this last week. We're like, wait a
Which
second.
also is like,
I know. That's gonna
what?
get talked about on Patreon. So if you're not a
Oh my
subscriber,
gosh. So
we're gonna be
much to
talking
talk
about that
about.
there. But like, yeah, our ears perk up, you know? So
Wow. So you did listen and it said,
yeah.
I didn't know if you were like going to play it or just listen to it.
Yeah.
I
I just
am shocked. I'm like, I haven't been on social media a ton, but I feel like that would have been talked about.
I know.
So maybe
I'm
you
so
are the first to find
confused.
out or like
Maybe
pick
I
up
should
on it.
post about it. I should.
You really should,
I
honestly.
should. I should. So, something I thought about when I was watching is it's kind of fun to think about like cuz I mean, it's just crazy to think we've had the first Eras Tour or not that we've had. The Eras Tour movie, the first one
Uh-huh.
was LA, which feels like so long ago.
It's
Like
true.
so
Yeah.
much has happened since then,
Yeah.
and that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, it's kind of fun to think about the fact that Taylor is performing this show in her Travis in Love energy
Oh,
phase and not
yeah.
like how
Yeah.
maybe she was feeling back then, which I think, she was maybe talking to Travis at that point
Yeah.
or maybe newly, but like, I just think that there's like maybe a different energy.
Oh, there's got to be.
Um,
Yeah.
and I'm really curious because I don't remember, I remember people noticing, but in the movie, because at the last show, she wore her earrings, her T
Oh,
earrings
uh-huh.
with the letter T, which
Yeah.
I don't remember if she started doing that a little while before, but like she for sure wasn't wearing those. Like, those are a Travis thing, right? Those
I
weren't
think
like,
so.
those aren't in the first movie, right? So that's
I
kind of
don't
a fun
remember. That is
detail
fun.
too.
I hadn't thought of that.
A big difference I noticed, but I do want to watch the first movie again just to double check, but I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure this is accurate. I didn't know if I was just picking up on this because of like things talked about in the docuseries, but I think she told the people filming and making the doc or the movie to focus a lot more on dancers, band, and background singers than in the first movie. They show the background singers specifically when you can really hear their parts. Like they intentionally show like a shot of them. And I think she wanted them to be shown more.
Yeah.
Which is super fun.
That is way fun.
Yeah, I loved it. And then, Kay, I'm like, if you haven't watched it, I'm like, is this a spoiler? I don't know. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's fine.
During Love Story, this is crazy to me. This is kind of fun that I'm telling you. During Love Story, when she sings, pulled out a ring and said, they literally show someone in the crowd on one knee with a guy and a girl.
Can you imagine if that was you?
No. The thing I want to know again, though, is that was intentional. Like, it is a professionally filmed. So I'm like, did the guy say I'm gonna do this? Did they just ask someone to pretend because that's been a thing that's gone on in the tour and they want to like remember that? But they like show him on one knee and then they go back to the stage for a while and then they pan back to the same couple like hugging and maybe kissing and stuff. Like,
wow.
I know. I thought
that's a good point. Is how did they get in contact? Mm-hmm. Oh, I would love to find out. Like, I hope whoever it is.
If you're listening.
And share your story.
Share your story. I wonder if we could actually find it in that Facebook group, to be honest. Because I'm sure people have asked, like, hey, who's this couple?
And get them on the podcast.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Even if they didn't want to come on the podcast and they just wanted to like write us and we like read it.
Just like read it. Yeah.
It'd be so fun to hear more about that.
That'd be way cool. Yeah.
And then a big difference in this one versus the other one is I feel like she made this show or this movie, she wanted it to feel more documentary-esque, as in like they filmed 3 nights, but she's presenting it as the last show. Like this is the last show. So there's certain things in there that's like, you know, in her speeches and stuff that they use the last show version. But they didn't do the like special effects between eras. And they don't put the names of the eras on the screen. It's it's more, so like for Red, for example, they show the full intro, the girl with the box.
Oh, okay, I did hear, yes.
Instead of like before they just like have her open it and have the special effects balloons. They just show the little bunch of balloons that comes out of the box like that actually happens at the show.
See, I think that's cool. I kind of wish they had done that with the original one.
Yeah.
Like show me what it was. Yeah.
Yes. And so like Reputation, there's not like that big crazy snake and like it's just like this is what happened. So they also show like the full Speak Now intro that was new to the second version. And then it was so cute seeing the Final 22 hat.
Oh,
I was like, I can't believe that was the last one. I know. It was so cute. And then also in We Are Never Getting Back Together when Cam says for the last time no, which is just like dagger to the heart.
I remember watching that and it felt like that.
Yeah.
Just
It's super fun to see the gold rep bodysuit in high def. That's an experience.
That's an experience.
It's so, I'm like, oh yeah, like I haven't seen this in action like really well, you know?
Yeah.
So that was fun too. And then I already talked about the standing ovation and Champagne Problems that they like really emphasize that. This is kind of random, more of a personal moment, but I have never like had a personal connection to the song Marjorie. Like I don't have like a personal connection to that song.
Yeah.
I cried the opening night of Eras Tour when she sang that song. And I freaking cried today listening to it. And I was like, literally, I was like, that just shows how well done it is because I have literally zero personal connection to that song, but it still like draws emotion out of me. And I just thought that was like
that's cool,
interesting thing to notice. And then 1989, The Boots.
Oh, yeah.
seen about that?
I think Sarah said that in our text.
Yeah. So,
which is fun.
I know. So the somehow I want to know the story behind that too. I'm like, who messed that up?
Because
she's wearing an orange boot on one foot and a yellow boot on the other foot, but over the course of 3 nights, one of the nights at least, like
it was switched.
It was swapped.
Yeah.
So like if you pay close attention, which I have a background in videography, and so I notice a lot of like small things that like other people might notice. Like I noticed some like there were some weird like stabilization things going on that
funny.
Like other people wouldn't necessarily pick up or know or understand that that's like what they're seeing. It was. But I love the production and like knowing that it was filmed across 3 nights. And I've seen other people talk about like it's kind of fun, like it's like spot the difference, like a game. And there's just like there's like a lot of things, like some people were even saying in like I think in rep that like some dancers were on opposite sites like different nights, which I was kind of surprised about. And like that sounds like confusing for them to like not be on the same side every night. But so yeah, it's kind of fun. I did that the first movie like with her hair specifically to see like how her hair is different, but I don't know. Just that's fun. So that's kind of fun.
Well, it like surprises me. I'm like, well, I guess like you have 2 yellow shoes and 2 orange shoes, so like easy to like mix them up. But in my head, I feel like there should just be, I don't know, 1 of each.
I know. Well, and like we talked about it when we watched
but
that night. We watched like we were like, it's the last show, so you'd think like and she's wearing the same outfits every night, so you'd think like only the shoes would even be available that like she'd wear.
I think that's what
But we also talked about like there is a chance that like something happened to one of them, like and she couldn't wear the same ones.
Yeah,
like did a zipper break? Did the heel probably didn't break, but like something could have happened to it. Or maybe it was just a mess up.
Just like how interesting,
it's a slip up. I know. So do you want to talk about Tortured Poets?
Oh yeah, I mean. I'm like, I don't know. Wait, put me on the spot.
It was awesome.
It was just so cool to see how well done it was and to like see it up close and see a lot of the details that you can't see on the live stream.
We're like, oh, her gloves are rhinestoned.
Yeah. I thought seeing a lot of the stage. I didn't notice a lot of the details that were on the stage. So like that was really cool. I don't know. I just, listening to it, I was just really blown away by how incredible Tortured Poets is. I feel like I could not get that out of my head. I was like, I need to go listen to this album again. Like, it is incredible.
Yeah, it's so good. I remember something that I noticed that I really loved in the movie, because it's really great because in the movie, you can hear Taylor really well. You can hear her singing, you know, when you're at the show, you can hear kind of her and everyone else singing.
And everybody, yeah.
So it's fun to hear her singing, but for Tortured Poets specifically, hearing the intro to that era and like the sounds that they use, I was like, I couldn't hear most of this because everyone was just like screaming or whatever.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
it's kind of fun too.
That was fun. I like that.
But it's so good. So good.
I need to go watch it now. And it's kind of fun that you said all these things because now I don't know.
Yeah. And the end is really cute too. Like their last hugs and like before they go off the last time. And that's super cool. Fun. I was thinking, you don't need to watch the whole thing, but
you do.
Everyone should rewatch it because everything's in a different order too.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to. Like, it's definitely on the to-do list. So I'm excited about it. Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick ad break before we talk about the Docuseries. And our first brand is Clean Simple Eats.
Yes. I was like, we're doing a Clean Simple Eats ad today because I have a new thing to talk about.
Oh, love it.
Which is not mind-blowing. I'm just behind the times. Our friend Aubrey and I were making some food for our friend Krista. Who we talk about both of them regularly on the podcast. We were making some like food snacks for her because she just had a baby, whatever. So we made some protein balls, protein bites, which I used to do that a long time ago, but I like got out of the habit.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were using Clean Simple Eats protein, and they were literally so easy. They took 2 seconds, and I was like, I don't know. I don't get that into like healthy food. Like I just,
Yeah.
I'm like, give me candy
Yeah,
and
totally.
I'll be fine. I can live
Yeah.
on candy. No. So, these were so yummy. Like I
Which
tried
ones
one
did
of
you
each
guys
of the
make?
kinds we made. So we made some with the snickerdoodle
Oh,
protein powder,
okay.
and that had like honey and oats. And
Yeah, I like the basic
I feel
protein
like
bite
the
stuff.
thing that really stood out to me was like we used some like rice cereal, and so it
Oh,
added like a little crunch.
okay.
So yeah,
I make
peanut butter,
the,
honey, oats,
I was gonna say they have
snickerdoodle,
like a
protein
Monster
powder.
Bite one that also
Hmm.
has the like rice cereal in it, and
Yeah,
man,
so we that was the
one of
other
my
flavor we
favorites.
made. That
Okay.
was the other flavor. So we had like mini M&Ms
Uh-huh.
and the rice cereal, and they were so
They're
yummy.
so
So
good.
if you're looking for a different way to get protein that's so easy to make and
Yeah.
so easy to just grab and eat as like a snack or take with you somewhere, so good. We used the Snickerdoodle protein powder. And it's nice. The nice thing too is if you have somewhere locally or if you buy like the sample packs, like if you don't want to commit to a full bag of
Yeah.
Snickerdoodle mix, you can use 2 sample packs instead of like having a whole bag. So
Yeah.
that was
Well, you
super
can get
nice.
those sample packs online now too. I know for a while like you couldn't, but I think you
Oh
can
yeah.
now, which is
Okay.
super nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
And you can use code TTN10 for 10% off your order at Clean Simple Eats. So whenever you're shopping, make sure to use that code for an extra discount.
Yes. Okay, our next sponsor for today is Get Out Pass, and
Yes.
they are an awesome company that's nationwide, right?
Yeah.
To get discounts off of like local activities or attractions.
I know. I love using it with my kids because I'm always looking to like go to new places, but it's so expensive. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's this like trampoline park. Like, I want to go, $20 per kid. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fun, but
Well,
like,
and it's
this is
like you
so
don't want to get
much.
a season pass to
Yeah,
every
everything.
place.
Yeah, exactly. So, what I love about the Get Out Pass is it is just a bunch of different places that you can go locally and you can go one time. A couple of them have options where you can go like multiple times, but I love it because I just spend the like $100 for the year and then I can go to so many places for free. And so I love it. There's like bowling and mini golf. In Utah, you can get skiing and lagoon concerts. There's water parks. There's trampoline places. There's like kid places,
Sporting
sporting
events.
events. Yeah, like there's
Hmm.
so many different things that you can go and do. And I love it because it also kind of pushes us kind of to do things that we never would have done or like try
Hmm.
things that we have never heard of because it's on the pass. And so I really, really love it.
I love that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can if you want to get your own Get Out Pass, you can use code TTN podcast at getoutpass.com. Right now they're doing a holiday sale. So if you go get it now, you can actually get $90 off with our
That's
code, which
crazy.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
make sure
awesome.
to take advantage of that.
Perfect. All right. Should we chat
Okay.
episode one? All
Yes.
right. And I agree with what you said when we started watching. You were like, well, she really missed an opportunity with
She
the titles.
did. We're so sad. We're not gonna lie.
I know.
I was
I'm
so
like,
excited
okay,
about that, but
welcome to
whatever.
the
It's
Eras
fine.
tour. Sure. That's fine. Whatever, Tay. Just
We'll
kidding.
just say that Taylor wasn't in charge of the titles. And
Yeah.
if she would have been in charge of the titles, she would have done
Yeah.
the other ones.
Totally. Totally.
Oh, man.
I wow. I don't know. Okay, general, really quick, just like general feelings about
Yeah.
the first one. I think I was surprised
Okay.
that in my head, I thought we were going to go chronological order.
Hmm.
So in my head, I thought it was going to be like, let's figure out the Eras tour. This is the behind the scenes. This is Taylor kind of growing up. This is kind of how it all went together. So the fact that it starts out final speech to the dancers
Yeah.
and the crew, I was like, okay, well, this could still then like flash back. Nope, 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 nope. But I really liked it still. Like I wasn't like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, I didn't like it. It just kind of caught me off guard. And it made
Yeah.
me feel like it's going to be really interesting to see how the next couple episodes go, but I feel like
Hmm.
they're going to take it in. So to me, this episode felt like an overall arching of the Eras tour
Hmm.
and kind of here are some big moments that happened and kind of what that does to Taylor and like the emotions and the feelings that are there for her. And I don't know, just like the overall Eras tour.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really what I was expecting, but I still loved it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like at first, like when we first knew there would be a documentary, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Like showing, I don't know. I think I wasn't expecting them to go back very far, or have footage. I was like, is this something that was decided towards the end of the tour to make a documentary? Have they been planning this all along? Then when we were getting promos, I was like, wait a second, maybe they have been planning to do a documentary all along. We're going to get lots of behind the scenes of planning and all that. And then watching the documentary, I was like, no, I think that they didn't decide to start doing a documentary until they were farther into it. Maybe even like after they did the movie, they're like, we should do a documentary.
Yeah.
But they still had some footage from like early on, which I'm grateful for.
Well, and you see, there was some decent footage from Taylor too. There was like a few where it was, you could tell that was just her phone set up while she was recording something.
Yes. But it's like, I seriously, even the first episode, I'm like, I don't even know if I could put in any kind of overarching theme on it, even like Eras tour in general, because there's a lot of really specific pieces, like Vienna, Ed Sheeran as a guest, which we know we'll get more guest footage like later in the docuseries. A little bit about like the planning and going into it, rehearsing for it. It's like there's a hint of Travis. Yeah. There's a lot of the London show, which was because that was like first after Vienna. I don't know. It just felt all over the place, but not in like I didn't feel that way watching it when I'm writing notes down. It feels all over the place, but while I'm watching it, it felt cohesive. It made sense to me. I enjoyed every second of it.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I want all of it. Like, give me all of it.
I'm very curious to see how the next 2 episodes go. Yeah. Like, what they're like and what's in it.
Yeah. That final speech, though. Yeah. When she was talking about them as little kids.
I know.
I told my husband, I was like, I'm sorry, but you start talking about kids in any aspect.
I know.
Later when they were talking about the kids at the, like, Taylor Swift
Southport.
Like both of those moments, I like just started crying because I'm just like, there is something about when you talk about people as kids that is just, I don't know.
It's so tender.
Yes. That's like the perfect word for it. But that was what just really got me. I'm like, this is how we're starting this? Like, no wonder everybody said they were crying the whole time.
I know. Everyone's like, I cried the whole time. Oh, man. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. Like, they talked about the planning of the tour and like how she kind of came up with the idea and talking about like her not owning her masters and like using it as a way to like celebrate her past. And then also like the pandemic and not being able to perform for so long and kind of like, doing them all together, which was fun. And then it was fun to see like all the pre-visualization, like mock-ups of like stage visuals and all of that. That was fun to see.
I'm like, I want more of that.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm like over here shouting more, but there's so much of the planning of the tour.
I know.
That I'm still really crossing my fingers that we get another episode that is more about that. Like, I don't know.
Well, she's talking about like, it was cool because she's like, it was all happening simultaneously around the world. Like, I'm training physically, the dancers are learning choreography, the stage, like, technicians are figuring out the visuals and like building it, and like it's crazy how many pieces really had to come together to create it. And I think that's what was always mind-blowing to me on the tours. I'm like, not only does so much go into this to create it, but they have to continually move it from place to place. How are they doing that?
I know.
And setting it all up new every time. It's just so crazy.
I know. Well, and it was so funny. Her wearing the Eagles sweatshirt.
Oh. I was dying. I'm like,
I heard
this
somebody
is
say, like, you're never
incredible.
going to see that again, though.
Like, of all the things she could have been wearing, that
I
was
know.
so perfect
But
that
it
she
also
was wearing that.
it was so Taylor.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
multiple times she's talked about, like, being an Eagles fan,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know? And so
Yeah,
it's just, like, that's what she would wear. Like, that doesn't
yeah.
surprise me.
And
But
how
in
convenient is
hindsight, it's
it that that was her
amazing.
team
Yeah.
and that is now also her brother-in-law, like future
Yeah.
brother-in-law's team? Like,
Yeah.
what
I
are the
know.
odds? Like,
This is
two of
all
the
incredible.
NFL teams.
All
Yes, so
incredible.
good.
Well, and even just like seeing her like meet the dancers and like her tearing up and oh, someone's gonna yell at me, but I don't remember his name. The dancer that talked about
Yeah.
how like I've never seen like a boss, right, come out to like meet us and like be tearing up and being so passionate. And I'm like, that really is such the perfect word to describe Taylor in how she
Yeah.
approaches her work. She is so passionate about it. And you can just
Yeah.
see that.
Seriously. I one of my favorite things was when they showed like the first full run through of the show. Like,
Oh,
okay, we're
uh-huh.
starting from the top, start to finish, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And at the very end, she's like jumping for joy and she goes, "It can be done."
I'm like that. I
I
can't
was
even
obsessed
imagine
with that.
what that feeling could be like.
Yeah. Well, especially because was it in this episode, Amos was talking about like when they were in rehearsal
Mhm.
or like and like talking about what it was going to look like. She was kind of casting the vision to them of what it would be like and that they'd be doing something from every album. And he was like, we got a list of about 40 songs and was like, this is insanity. What are we going to cut? And then he
I know.
goes, I think we added 3 songs.
I love that. I forgot about
Oh
that.
my gosh, it was so good.
Oh, that's so Taylor too. I'm like, yep, that
Yes.
sounds right. It's like, what are we gonna cut? Oh, we're not. We're gonna add. Let's add more.
Yes. I love too, like Amos and his like we saw a lot from him and
Yeah,
the
we
other
did.
guitarist. I can't remember his name. I really hope we get to hear from Paul.
I think we will. I kind of hope they do because I feel like episode 2 kind of focused on a couple of dancers
Hmm.
and did a lot more of the dance stuff. I'm sure we'll see more dancers in other episodes and like little tidbits, but I almost hope we have another episode that like Paul has his moment kind of like Cam did. Or you
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like or like
Yeah.
Amanda, where it's like you have been here for forever.
Yeah, like a
Let's
focus moment.
highlight that in one of
Hmm.
these episodes. That's my hope.
Yeah.
Fingers
Well,
crossed.
that was what was cute with Amos is like, well, first of all, his practicing the guitar in the shower, that
Yeah.
was hilarious. But it was fun because they showed old videos because Amos has also been with her for forever since like the whole time I think. And they
Yeah.
showed a cute video of the two of them from 2007. And he just like had such great things to say about Taylor. He was like, there is not a challenge that she can't conquer, and having that in the lead spot has like been super personally inspiring for him.
Yeah.
So loved
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Ugh, so cool. Oh, I was surprised at the fact that right out the gate, we're just going to talk about Vienna.
I know.
I,
And I have a
that
lot of thoughts
surprised
about
me.
that.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I'm so annoyed. I was already annoyed, but I'm so annoyed at all the people that gave her so much crap about
Yeah.
not talking about it, not bringing it up, not mentioning anything at the first show after, not saying anything on
Yeah.
social media about it, like not doing anything about it. And then to like see the behind the scenes of this, like,
I know.
and her, how it went for her and stuff, I'm just like, you guys are so frustrating. Like, leave the girl alone. She cares.
Oh,
Obviously, she cares.
obviously.
She's doing her best.
Yeah.
And
Well, and it also to me showed, well, I don't know. I always felt like she probably didn't say anything because somebody was telling her not to.
oh
And it was
yeah.
probably a safety thing, right?
Yeah.
We're not going
Yeah.
to talk about this. We're not going to give it any attention. And so then to see though how much that affected her.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, like what you were saying, to think that people were mad at her. It's just like, do you not like get it?
Yeah.
Like, No, you don't. Like, honestly, you
Yeah.
don't.
Well, it's just annoying. It's like you're gonna write it off as like she doesn't care about her fans. Like,
I know.
okay, you can. I'm sorry, you don't belong at the show because
Yeah.
you clearly don't understand who you're going to see.
Yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
I am not gonna lie. I kind of forgot that there were three Vienna concerts planned.
Oh wow,
There were
yeah.
three. Like in my head, because it was one stop, in my
Yeah.
head it's been one
One
show,
show.
and it was
That's
three.
true.
Yeah, which is so many
It's
people,
I know.
and it's so heartbreaking. Like
It's so
I'm
sad for
heartbroken
them.
for those people
Yes.
that didn't get to go. Like I am not gonna take away from that experience at
No.
all.
And I think it's fine if they are sad about it and they
Yeah.
say they're sad about it. I think what you were saying is it's the people that are putting Taylor Swift down for like not
The way she
acknowledging it
handles
or the
it.
yeah, exactly. And it's just like, no, like, come on, cut her
Yeah.
some slack because you don't know, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't know. And this documentary is showing us we don't know what it's like. You know, the quote,
Yeah.
life of a showgirl. Like, we don't know what it's like behind the stage.
Yeah.
You know, she's having multiple stomach bugs and the flu
Yeah.
multiple times, but she's just putting a smile on and singing her little heart out. We have no idea.
Yes. Well, and she talked about I thought that like the pilot metaphor that she gave was so interesting,
Mm,
and it was really long what she said, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but she was basically saying like she was like her job is to go put on a show for these people, and she
yeah,
could not do that for the people in Vienna. She couldn't. She didn't have
yeah.
the opportunity, but she can do that for these other shows. And so she needs to turn that part of her off for the
I
show.
know.
She wants to show up 100% for the show. And so she was like, they don't have, like, I want to make sure they don't have to worry about me.
Yeah.
Like, they're not there to worry about me. They're there to see the show.
It's like,
And she's like, be calm, cool, collected. And she was like saying the pilot metaphor was like when a pilot's like, she's like, do you really want a pilot to come on
yeah,
and be like, there's turbulence, it's going to be crazy, everyone buckle up, like, don't know if we're
yeah,
going to be able to land? Or do you want a pilot that comes on and says, we're going to arrive, we'll be
yep,
arriving shortly, like, we might experience some turbulence, but
yeah,
the weather is sunny and we'll be
yeah,
there soon, or,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
like, and just handle it. Like,
yep,
you're the professional, just handle it. And like,
yeah.
that's what she did. So,
Oh, absolutely. Well, and it was cool too to then see that I felt like all of that had happened is kind of what led her to Ed. It was like,
yeah,
okay, we need to pick me up. The fans need to pick me up. I need to pick me up. And honestly, I felt like Ed was the perfect person
he
to have with
was.
her there.
Yeah.
I just love him. That whole scene of them like practicing, watching him like show her how to do that chord. You know, he's like, no,
Yeah.
go like this. And she tried to trick it. No, try that. And then he'd like show
He
her. I'm
grabs the
like, yeah,
guitar.
like
So
this.
funny. Yes.
I just loved that. I'm like, I need more of that too. Like there's so much of this.
Yes.
I'm like, I want more. So
I know. I loved the interaction
uh
between them. And then it was like super sad to hear her also talk about like like you said before, the Southport
oh,
families,
uh-huh.
where the kids died at the Taylor Swift
Oh.
themed party. And then so I didn't realize this. So she met with families before the show, like right
Hmm.
before she went on stage, which like literally don't know how you do that. Like
No.
talk, and then to just turn it, like have to just turn it off. That would be so
Yeah.
hard. But she met with those families. She met with some families like before all five Wembley shows, all five of them. I'm like,
It's just like how well, and then to see how she reacted, well, not reacted necessarily, but how she felt after meeting those families and seeing her break down and like crying. And her mom's
yeah,
like, no, like, I know you might not think it, but like you helped them. Like, you know,
yeah,
like you're okay. Like you helped. And then thinking that she just has to like wipe those tears, put a smile on and like go, like, how do you do that?
I don't know.
Like
It's
that
so,
honestly is such a professional to me
for sure. Yeah,
because I just It's
I don't think a lot
incredible.
of people could handle
No,
that kind of
no, you have to
pressure and
be like a certain level of, I think, professional and understanding. And I think that's got to be so hard.
so
So
hard. Yeah. It was so cute when we got that little phone call moment
I
in the car with
know. I
Travis. Oh,
know.
I loved that. And I loved that when he was like, because he was talking about her meeting up with Ed and they were just gonna like
Hmm.
hurry and rehearse like it backstage and stuff.
Yeah,
And he's like, I don't know how you do that.
I
And I
know.
love how she like said, well, I don't know how you memorize
I know.
36,000 plays or whatever she said. And then
It was so
I
cute.
love that she called them tactical
I know.
missions. That was so cute. And then she's
It's
like, we
so
basically
cute.
have the same job. And
That
it
whole
was
thing was so
so
cute.
funny. I know. It was cute too because she was like, he was like, I want to be there. She's like, I want you to be here too. Like, and then she was like, why do you have to be in the
I know.
NFL? And she's like, have a great practice. And they're like,
I
love you so much. It's
know.
just the whole
It was
interaction was
so good.
so
Well,
cute.
and then she like goes on. She's like, some people get a vitamin drip, and I get this conversation, which is so
Literally,
cute. Well, and
so
I
cute.
I was thinking about it, and I heard somebody else mention this, but they were saying Travis is like Taylor's hype person that Taylor is to
Hmm.
everybody else. And I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
that
That's a
is
good.
such a good way to put it because you watch this documentary and even just anything you've seen of Taylor Swift, she hypes everybody up. At
Yeah.
any chance she gets, she is hyping every single person up that is part of this tour. And
Yeah.
so to think about like she finally gets that from somebody,
Yeah.
I just love that for her. And I just thought that was such a well like way to put it because he really
Yes.
is that for her.
He's the human
Yep.
exclamation point or
Yep, yep,
whatever.
yep, yep. Nope, that's
So
it. Yeah,
cute.
exactly.
Um, I thought it was really interesting when she was preparing for the first show in London and she was
Hmm.
backstage and she was by herself and she's just kind of playing her guitar and then she stops all of a sudden and like lays on the couch and turns on an audiobook. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's funny. That was clearly
Yep.
intentional to give some
Oh,
context.
yep. Totally, totally.
Turns out I love how everyone's like, "What's the audiobook?"
I know.
And we do know it's somewhere
Yeah.
on the internet. I don't remember what it
Yeah, I
is,
don't
but
remember it either,
if
but
you want
it's
to know,
there.
you can
Yep.
find it.
Yep.
But she was basically having like an anxiety like crash out
Yeah.
and then Andrea walks in. She's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm just having like a physical reaction to like my
Yeah.
nerves and the stress and she doesn't know how to like keep the nerves away from the crowd." And she's like having this full on, I thought it was interesting. She's having this like full on conversation with her mom about like how she's not feeling good mentally in the moment.
Yeah.
And then Ed is about to walk in, and you can literally see her flip the switch.
I know.
I'm okay. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, Ed. Like,
I
so good to
know.
see you. Like, I was like, that is so relatable. Like,
Yeah.
you can be feeling so crappy and then be put in a situation where you have to, like, turn that, like,
Yeah.
we have to try to turn that off
Yeah.
on a daily basis when you're experiencing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see
Yeah.
that
Because you
in
could.
her.
It was like almost
Yeah.
night and day. She was like, "Oh, well, gotta stop with that,"
Gotta turn it off.
which I think is what she does when she goes on stage too. You know, we saw
Yep,
that
for
multiple
sure.
times where it was, "This is kind of how I'm feeling, but that doesn't matter right now. I have to go do this."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you
So
wonder like
interesting.
how often that does happen to her too,
Mm-hmm.
because that
I know.
sucks. That's
It does
hard.
suck. Yeah.
Um.
Um,
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's interesting that we found out that because they were gonna start filming in Vienna, right?
that's what she said
That's what
to
she had
Ed.
said. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's interesting to hear her like talking with Ed about how like she never even landed in Vienna.
I
Like they
know,
were
that's
flying
crazy.
there and got
Yeah.
the news and they just like immediately turned around.
Yeah. So crazy. And then
Ugh.
Ed was like, she was saying like, "Oh, I've had so many shows and it's been crazy." And she's like, "I'm about to have a little break between these two legs." And he's like, "Oh, like, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?" And she's just like,
Yeah.
"I don't know. I just want to go somewhere no one can find me. Like, I feel like hunted lately, and I
I
just don't
know.
want to feel like I'm being tracked like an
Trapped.
animal."
I
And I'm like,
know.
ugh, I hate that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was fun, like seeing her talk about how she was going to bring Ed out and just like how that all happened.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Um, she started talking about the feeling, like from her perspective, being on stage and
Oh,
talking about how like she made so much eye contact, like individual eye contact with
yeah.
people, which was really fun. And then she was describing just like the feeling of being there for people. And she was like, this is yeah, there's a lot of joy, but there's a lot of other feelings being felt throughout the show.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was just a place where people could feel safe to be demonstrative of like a whole spectrum of emotion. And I loved that.
I loved that part about the eye contact because I was like, okay, I'm saying that we made eye contact. We made eye contact. I'm saying
that
it,
video,
especially after that.
Yeah. She at least looked at your camera.
Yeah, she looked at my camera. Calling it. That's fun.
Oh, man. And then I thought this was so fun under the stage. Like on the thing, the little, I'm going to call it the under the stage horse thing that she sits on.
Yeah.
That a guy literally like pulls a rope.
That was cool.
And pulls her towards him.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
I know.
I was expecting it to kind of be like
automated. Just
go.
Yeah.
Like a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, you would think. I know. I was surprised by that. I wonder if it's just cheaper and easier.
Probably, and like easier
especially because it's
with.
like, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So interesting.
Well, and it was really, I don't know. It was almost like sad at the very end. So she goes and meets, is it Robert? Is that his name?
The guy, the tour manager guy?
Yeah.
I think it's Robert.
I think it's Robert, right? Okay. And he goes, like, she gives him a hug and she was like, did anything bad happen? And he was like, no, like, nothing bad happened. Like, get in the car. Ugh. But the fact that is like the first thing that she's like thinking about, breaks my heart. Like she's just
is anything
so
happening I didn't know about?
concerned.
Because the whole show, you wonder if in the back of her mind,
oh, that's what I was just
she's like,
say.
And it kind of actually, I hadn't thought of this until now, but it makes me think back to those other shows, like the South America shows that were so stressful because of the heat. And where she's throwing water to people. Like when I was watching the Eras Tour movie tonight, even I was like, wow, like when she's doing the Fearless set, I'm like, it's crazy how she has to like be able to like sing and play an instrument and be doing choreography all simultaneously. But then you also have to remember she's also thinking like, oh my gosh, these people aren't feeling well, they need water. Or oh my gosh, is there anything crazy going on that like I'm so unaware of because I'm performing? Like,
and to think that like, she had anxiety that entire show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you would have had no idea. And so then to see her immediately be done, almost like not even relieve that anxiety, but like express it. Like, okay, so like what happened? And they're like, nothing, like, get in the car, you're okay. But it just makes me so sad to think that she probably played that entire show with that in the back of her mind.
Yeah, she did. She did at least feel like she felt good after the show, but had that concern of like, did anything happen? She was like, we're back. And then she like calls Travis right as she gets in the car. And she's like, I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. I know. Like the crowd was wilder than ever. They knew I needed a pick me up. And then I loved that she was like, I was so happy. I thought I'd forget how to play the guitar and sing.
I know.
I thought that was so cute.
Oh, so cute. Oh,
and then it showed like the fun scene that they showed us in the preview of her like drawing a bath and like ripping her eyelashes off and like talking about how she comes down like after a show.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting because she goes, this is why people do drugs. And then she goes, I don't do drugs. Like, let me clarify.
I probably should be, but I don't.
She's like, instead, I take a bath, I eat a lot of room service, I sign CDs and watch a lot of TV.
Yeah. Which it's 2,000 CDs.
I know.
So many CDs, especially when you like really think about it.
I know. It's so crazy. And we each have one of those.
Yeah,
CDs.
we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
Great first episode. So we're going to talk about episode 2, but before we do, we have a couple more sponsors for today's episode. The first one being Meba Hair. So Meba Hair is a brand that Jess found recently to use for her hair growth, but they're an organic hair repair serum. And so I was actually going to ask you how that's going.
Yeah.
So let's hear it. Tell us.
I got the serum and I was like, I got it. I'm liking it so far, but it's new, so I'll give like a little update down the line. So today's the day we're doing a little update. Yay. If you're on YouTube, I'll try to show you, but like my hair is growing in so much, which is so great.
Yeah.
But it's also like my hair is kind of weird because of it, because there's so much volume and thickness around the top half.
Wow.
That like it's a little difficult to style because I have like, do you see these like all these half length hairs?
Wait, when did you start this again?
Around my whole head.
Like a month ago?
No, it's been longer than that.
Okay.
I think I started it maybe 2 months ago. I'm also taking a supplement from this company called Laced Hair.
Look at that growth though.
And like it's like, I mean, it's like all like there's
that's a
so
ton.
much, and it's around my whole head, and so it's just crazy because like the top is so thick, but like the bottom's still like thin.
But
and
once
so
that grows out to like be even,
I know it's so thick on the top.
Thick.
I'm so excited, and I just feel like I look like I'm back in my middle school days. I feel like I look like I'm ratting my hair.
It doesn't look like that though. It really doesn't.
Oh man, but yeah, so it's going great. I've really been enjoying the oil. So yeah.
Well, now you're like making me want to try it because I just want my hair to grow longer in general.
Yeah, you should try it.
I should try it. And you guys can try it too. You can use code TTN22 for 22% off your order at mabehair.com.
Yes. Okay, and then our last sponsor for today's podcast is Wally cases, which you guys know we love so much. They're our favorite phone cases.
Yes, they are the best phone cases in the world. If you do not know what we're talking about, definitely check them out. But they're a phone case that has a wallet and a loop put together so you don't have to have one or the other. Like I know some people love their like loopy case because they need that loop. Other people love, the ones that just have the wallet. Like, no, you don't have to just have one or the other. You can have them both. And I am so obsessed with mine. They also have other products. They have like the MagSafe products. So all the magnetic ones, you can have a magnetic phone charger. You can have the magnetic wallet. You can have, they even have some with the grips. Mm-hmm. They even have some where you can turn them into like a purse. They have, oh my goodness, watches, Apple Watches, bands to like match. And their prints are the absolute cutest in the entire world. I want every single one of them.
I know. They're
so good.
I'm having a crisis because
I was gonna say
I got a new phone, but I haven't transferred it yet. Like the new phone's still in the box. Okay. But I don't know what to do because the iPhone 17 is so new. They just don't have as many options for the cases. And especially because I really want the magnetic one this time because I don't have that one right now. Yeah. And so even those options are like a little bit more limited too. So I'm like,
do I wait?
I literally am going to go insane not using the Wally case. But I kind of want to wait to see like a few more prints, especially like maybe as spring comes.
Yeah, that'd be
fun.
So
I might be taking mine off for a couple months, and I literally am gonna be in my deathbed because of that. Like, I'm gonna be forgetting my wallet all the time. Because I'm so used to having it.
Like you cannot go back. It's truly the best phone case in the entire world.
I know. Yeah. So eventually when I get another new phone case, I will be using our code. But if you want a new phone case, we have a code for you. It's TTN for 10% off your order at wallycases.com.
Sweet. Okay. Episode 2. It's going to be a long. We're like an hour probably recording.
I feel like this one's not going to be as long, actually.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it'll go decently quick, but it's just there's so much to talk about.
so much.
I love that she just kind of started out talking about how she didn't want the fans to feel like they missed out on anything. Which I'm like, she's just always thinking about everybody else.
I know.
For reals.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, wait. General consensus thoughts really quick about this episode.
Yeah.
I am slightly worried that this might be our only section about tortured poets, because it did feel really heavy on tortured poets and adding it in. There's so much more I want to know about creating tortured poets, adding it into the set, how you chose which songs to pick.
I know she really
how you came up with some of the choreography.
She didn't go into anything with the album.
No.
Recording the album during tour.
Yeah. Which I'm not super surprised about. I wanted it, but that part I'm like, okay. But I was hoping we would get a little bit more of her talking about, deciding to put it in. How she would figure out what to cut to add tortured poets. Why she decided, which ones to do, and how she told the dancers. And I wanted to see more practice of that. It was cool to see almost beginning to end of them choreographing and putting together Florida. Because I felt like that was a good way to show us the process. Because I'm sure that's how it kind of is with all of them. But I don't know, it's just wait, I need more.
We are chanting more. Don't come for us.
So I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see. But I think this might be our only tortured poet stuff. Yeah. And I kind of wanted more.
I know. It kind of makes you wonder too. I hadn't thought of this, but it makes you wonder if that's why they did show so much of that, because they probably weren't doing much documenting.
Yeah. Before that.
They just don't have it.
I know. But it is really cool to see how that all came to be. So that was really, really fun.
Yeah. My general, I guess, was that all finishing?
Yeah, I felt like that was
overall?
just,
Yeah, this episode, I for sure felt a lot less Taylor focused than the first episode. I feel like there was honestly not a lot of Taylor focus in this episode. They gave Cam his big spotlight moment. They gave Amanda her big spotlight moment. They did the big spotlight moment on the Florida performance, which really didn't involve Taylor a ton. Yeah. And so, I feel like it kind of pulled away from her personally a little bit. But I was obsessed with a ton of the stuff that we learned in this episode. So
I think I liked episode 2 more than I liked episode 1.
Okay.
Which one did you like better?
I don't know.
You can't.
Yeah, it's just I really don't think I can
they're both
between the two. They were pretty different, because I said, I loved the Taylor focus, but I feel like I learned a lot that I wouldn't have maybe learned otherwise in the second episode.
And I think that's why I liked it, is because I kind of am going into this docuseries with just so many questions, and I want so many answers. And I feel like I did see a lot of that in episode 2.
Yeah, episode 1 was more about feelings and how she felt. Episode 2 felt, like you said, a lot more like questions getting answered, which is fun.
Which was just fun, yeah.
Yeah. So, so she talked about adding tortured poets in, and she was like, we're doing theater. Which I love.
I love it. She's such a theater kid.
I know. It's so
which is fun. It's fun. And I think that's why she does such good tours and production.
Yeah.
Because she loves that, figuring out how to do a performance and tell her story through her art instead of just sing a song.
Yes. And I loved, she said, that they prepped for this during their short break between the Asia and Europe leg, and they used a top secret rehearsal space, which was super cool.
Yeah.
I loved that the couple things that she said during that was when she was explaining how they were gonna perform Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, and she's just like going at it like so hard, and she's just like raging to it, and she's like, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown during this song. Like that's what the performance is gonna be. It was so funny.
So good.
And then she talked about how like with the dancers and the choreography, she was like, the music wasn't out yet. So like I think she'd let the dancers hear it, but they couldn't play it over the speakers because it wasn't out yet. So she was like, we're just hearing it in our heads. So it's crazy.
So crazy how, I mean, I don't blame her. She has to be secretive, right? Because anybody's looking for any way they can take this and get it out, and she doesn't want that. And I don't blame her. So it's just cool that they've figured out ways to still keep things secret.
Yes.
Run with it. So really cool.
For sure.
It was cool though to hear her also talk about like we had to, because we're adding in Tortured Poets, we made a new order of the chapters, you know, like combine certain things, got rid of a few things, which that's what I was like, just talk about that for 5 more minutes. Tell me why you cut that, why you made a new, how you figured that out. And then we can keep going. That's all I need to know. No, it's fine. But so it was cool to hear her say like, it's like we're learning the show again. And I love that she liked that because she said it was like keeping her sharp rather than on autopilot. Which I love to hear that because I think a lot of times you could just almost like being on autopilot in a way. Because it's like, I don't have to think about this. Like I go out there, I do my job. I know it's going to be flawless and perfect. But no, I think she wants to be so in every single performance. And I think that when you're on autopilot, it's harder to do that. And I just have a lot of respect for that. That for her, she wants to be fully present and in every single moment and be so intentional about what she does. That for her, she wants to change things up so that she can be at her best instead of just on autopilot. And I think that's really cool.
Yes, for sure. So cool. And I just think that it's so interesting how, like she was like, this was such a risk. Like this could have gone so bad. And she was saying, she's like, if people say I miss the old show, she'll be like, this took so much to change. Because she was talking about like this, like, it's not just like, oh, we're just changing the order. Yeah. Like even the band was saying like, this is like intense to switch up.
Yeah.
But she was like, I love having a good secret. It was so rewarding to see it show off the first time, like, or pay off the first time in Paris. And then, we jump into the Florida rehearsals, which, like, is a similar idea. Like, I don't think people fully realize or appreciate, which is why I'm glad they spent so much time on this section, what it takes to add a special guest into a fully produced song on stage. It is didn't. Different than adding a guest to the acoustic set.
Yeah.
Which is why we even talked about when we watched the Tortured Poet set, we're like, we are actually like kind of bummed that Post Malone never joined in for Fortnite, but we talked about like that's just literally not like possible with the production. And so it's so cool that they were able to do that with Florence and make that work and happen. Because like, if you think about it, it's like the thing that I love is that I feel like a lot of other artists, if they told their team, like, okay, guys, we're adding in this one song and we're only doing it for like, what, 3-4 shows?
Yeah.
But we have to learn, the band has to learn a new song. Yeah. The dancers have to learn choreography. We need new stage visuals. Yeah. We need all these logistics changed. We're adding this song in between 2 other songs. Like, there's so much that goes into it. But her whole team was just like, yeah, let's do it. Like, this sounds awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool.
I'm like, surround yourself with those kind of people. Yeah. Honestly. And I think when you're Taylor Swift, though, you are surrounding yourself with those kind of people. And it's because you are that kind of person. You know? So that's really cool.
Yes.
Well, even just like going back to when they were talking about like, you have to practice quietly because they didn't want anybody to know that they were even going to add this in. Yeah. Like it was so secretive.
Yeah. They were like, we have to whisper. It was so funny.
I know. Oh my gosh. Did she say that she needed a nap?
Yes. She
I
was
didn't
like, it
remember
takes so
that.
much work. She was like, I need a nap just thinking about how much work it takes to keep us the surprise.
I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
It was so
That is
funny.
amazing. I was
Yes.
so fascinated by hearing the Mandy Moore like introduction because I
Mm-hmm.
love Mandy Moore. I have
Yeah.
known Mandy since like La La Land, a
Kindergarten.
lot of since kindergarten. Uh,
It kind of sounded like you were gonna
I
like
kind
tell
of
some
did.
friend
Yeah.
story. It's
Me and Mandy, we
amazing.
go way back. No, but like I knew of her work from like some
Yeah,
of these
yeah.
TV and like our film, and then I knew she worked a lot on Dancing with the Stars. And so it's crazy when Taylor was like, "Yeah, I asked my friend Emma Stone," which I just love when she name drops her friends. I'm so obsessed
Yes.
with it. She's like, "I asked Emma Stone for a recommendation, and she said I should only consider Mandy Moore." And I
Yeah.
love that because Mandy and Emma worked together on La La Land,
Yeah.
which I love that movie. And I think the choreography in that movie is so well done.
Yeah.
But Mandy has always done like film and television focused stuff. She like doesn't normally work with artists or performers. And I honestly think that was perfect for Taylor for a
Mm-hmm.
couple of like one, I think it makes sense because like she's so good at telling a story
Yeah.
through because that's what she's used to. She's used to taking her dancing and telling a story through her film or through television.
Yeah.
And that's what Taylor wants to do. She tells
Yeah.
stories through her music. And it was really cool too to hear them talk about like Taylor saying, I'm not a very good dancer. I can't do the like 5, 6, 7, 8, but
Yes.
I can do the, and if you use my lyrics, right, and you tell me what one to go on, like I can do that. And I love that
Yes.
Mandy kind of figured that out and like
Yes.
teaches the dancers one way and then talks to Taylor and is like, okay, so on, Florida, you'll hit here and here. And like you can just see that that clicks for Taylor. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I love that.
I loved it because Taylor said she was like, it's taken me a long time to even be fine with
I
choreography.
know.
But Mandy's really great at teaching me from a lyrical
Yeah.
perspective.
I loved it. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, so cool. Loved it. Um, One of my favorite parts of this
Oh,
episode was Amanda's
same,
story.
same.
And I double checked because I was like, how do we not know this? This is crazy. We did an episode long ago during the
Uh-huh.
Eras tour on
Oh,
Taylor's
yeah,
whole
the dancer.
crew,
Yeah.
the dancers, the band, all that, the backup singers. And I was like, we did not talk about this, right? And I was forgetting, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. We
Did
didn't.
you
We
go
did
back?
list her.
Okay.
We listed her as a dancer, but we
Okay.
only highlighted
A
some of the
couple.
like standout or like fan favorite like
Okay.
dancers and like talked about them a little bit. So we
Yeah.
did not talk about her story. And honestly, I'd kind of almost want to do like almost a whole episode on her.
I know.
I was so intrigued by the whole situation. So basically, like she has like she was a professional dancer. She said live shows were her dream. She was like a huge dancer. She toured with Janet Jackson, Celine Dion, Lady Gaga. She was on Glee. She was in La La Land. She'd done a ton of award shows, but eventually she's like dancing isn't a forever career. Her body started to give out and she was getting injuries, so she decided to like go behind the scenes in choreography. And so her job with Mandy was she's supposed to represent Taylor
Taylor.
and like do what Taylor's supposed to do. And I wasn't thinking about it until today because today when I was watching the movie, I was focusing on Amanda a lot when I was watching
Okay.
because I was just so interested
Yeah.
in that. And I realized I was like, oh my gosh, her job, like she had to learn and teach Taylor her
Yeah.
moves and also learn and
Yeah.
perform a
That's
completely
true.
different set of moves to the same music. I'm like,
Yeah.
that seems like that would get really
Yeah.
confusing. I mean, obviously she teaches
I
Taylor,
was,
Taylor knows it, and then on tour, like she's doing the same thing over and over
yeah.
again. But I'm like, that
But
still
still,
sounds like a mind trip
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But then yeah, I just thought it was so cute that like Amanda went in with zero intentions of like she wasn't going in as a dancer,
Yeah.
and Taylor was the one that brought it up, and she's like, you have like major star power, like, and she specifically asked Mandy Moore, like, do you think Amanda would consider
Yeah.
like dancing on the tour? And she was like, absolutely not, like she wouldn't. But
Yeah.
then Mandy asked Amanda if she wanted to, and she was like, I don't think I could. She was like doubting her ability a ton. She had a lot of fear because she had been out of it for a while. She didn't know if she could like physically handle it. But she was like, this is such a cool second chance and like a great opportunity. Like it feels like a no-brainer. Like I have to do it. And I just think it's so cool that she was
I
able to
loved
do
it.
that.
I loved
Yeah.
that part so much.
Yeah. It was so good.
I loved this whole section to like hear about the dancers, like, but specific, like certain ones. Like it was cool to hear about Amanda, and then I loved like kind of getting a little bit from Mandy. I even want more of Mandy. I'm like, tell me more. But like it was
Yes.
interesting to hear Mandy talk about how nervous she gets to show Taylor something for the first time because she just
Yeah.
like respects her and loves her and wants to do a good job.
Yeah.
And I just think that's really cool. But I love being able to see them bouncing ideas off of each other and
Yes.
to like talk through all of that.
Yes, I loved during was it the Florida? I think it was during the Florida
Probably.
rehearsals. She was trying to describe to Mandy like what she was
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
for. And she was like a girl in an insane asylum and also like a wood nymph. Like both of those things together.
Well,
Woodland
and
nymph or
wasn't
something. It
Mandy
was
like,
so
okay, yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah, like I got you.
Yeah.
I was like, how? I don't understand, but okay.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. And then
That's awesome.
when they're rehearsing and showing Taylor and Mandy comes up from the
I know.
stage lift as Florence, that I was laughing so hard.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
it was so good.
I love to. This just showed so much about Taylor to me. When she like watched the dance for the first time and she was like, "Okay, wait, that was like way too great. And if I'm up here, no one's going to be watching you. So
Yeah.
I need to be like Florence and I need to be up there with you guys so that everybody's watching all of the cool stuff that you
Yeah.
guys are doing." That is incredible
I was so obsessed with that. Like,
because she did not need to do that.
no.
Like honestly, girl, the attention should be on you. This is the Eras
Yeah.
Tour. It is your show. But the fact that she respects, I think, art and the other
She
people around
sees
her.
it. She doesn't see it as her show. She
No,
sees it
yeah,
as the show,
yep,
and they all play their parts, and she wants it to like,
yeah,
she wants it all to be seen, which I
yeah,
think is why in the movie there were all these new focuses. Like, she's like, I want you to show the band more. I want you to
yeah,
show the backup singers more. Like,
yeah.
they are just as part of the show. They
I
make
know.
it wouldn't be the same without
Yeah,
them. Like,
without
I
it.
just think it's so cool that that's her attitude.
Oh, it is. Well, and it was cool to just hear her talk about how she didn't care what it looked like, right? She didn't need everybody to look a certain way or anything. She was like, no, I wanted people to look on stage and see themselves, see somebody that they knew
Yeah.
and see diversity. And I
Yes.
just thought that was amazing
Yes.
because I think there is a big thing, a big culture where it's, you know, you want everything to look a certain way. And I don't necessarily
Yeah.
think that's a bad thing because there is like a stylized thing. But the fact that that was not what she was going for, she just wanted the best people. I think that
Well,
is incredible.
yes, and it was interesting because she was saying like she was like a lot of time, well, I don't, maybe Mandy Moore was saying this. She was like a lot of times like they want a similar look because they want the background dancers to like blend
Background.
into the background so that the main person stands out. And Taylor specifically was saying the opposite. She was like,
Yeah.
I don't want dancers that blend in. I want them to pull focus.
Yeah.
Everyone's a star. Like, and so that just goes into
I
what we
know.
were just saying before too. And it's like that's why on stage she has Cam do his little solo moment during Bejeweled. Is it Bejeweled? Like
Yeah.
where, and it's like she doesn't want them to blend in. She wants them to stand out. She wants
Yeah.
people to see themselves on stage because that like she's like it's so powerful and just creates so much connection. Really cool and interesting how big of a highlight we got on Cam.
I'm so glad.
And yeah, I'm curious. I mean, we got a big highlight on Cam and a big highlight on Amanda all in this episode. It makes me wonder, is this the time for like that? Will there be more of that in other episodes? Like, will we get
Of,
I'm a little of just other people, like
I
big
think we will.
highlights. Yeah, because
I do.
I was kind of surprised. Because you would think if those were the only two, maybe they'd spread them out.
Yeah.
Because they didn't necessarily need to happen in that spot. I don't feel like. So yeah, I'm curious if we get some more of that.
I feel like we will.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to guess, I feel like,
Yeah.
and even just off of this episode and just in general, even the first episode, I feel like she's tried to show a lot about the Eras Tour is not just about me.
Yeah.
The Eras Tour is about a lot of these people. And so after the first two episodes, I just see her sharing more stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It'll be good.
Hopefully.
So I loved hearing Cam's story, and I
Yeah.
especially loved hearing about, I mean, he was talking about like how in his dance, trying to become a dancer, he kind of got body shamed a lot, and he didn't really have a lot of money when this audition came in front of him, and he knew he had this opportunity for this like top secret audition for an unnamed person, and he called his brother and told him like, I think this is like going to be a big deal, like I really think I should do this, but he literally didn't have enough money to buy a plane ticket to get to the audition, and so his brother helped him out so that he could go.
That whole part
so
just
cool.
got me too. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's
Wipe
so
away the
cute.
tears.
And it makes you wonder, like, who was invited to audition? Like, I'm like thinking if Cam didn't go, I'm like, are there people out there that didn't even go to that audition that like, do they
Probably.
know now? Like, do you think they're like, that was probably for the Eras Tour? Or like, maybe
Probably.
they don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would just be so crazy.
Oh.
But Mandy Moore was talking about Cam's audition and just saying like, it was kind of like a no-brainer. Like he just embodies the spirit of what the tour should feel like, and I love that. And I also love that Cam was like talking about how it just was like proof that he is enough as he is now. He doesn't need to change, and he was like, "This is my Super Bowl." It's so cute.
It's really cute.
Yes.
Well, and just seeing him and his mom together.
I know.
I think you said it. You were like, okay, Cam's mom and Donna Kelsey just getting it right with 2 out of 2 boys.
2 for 2 with the boys. Like, how?
Like,
That's
dang,
so
I know.
crazy.
Teach me your ways, please, because I have too.
Yes. And I was honestly and still am like, I'm a little surprised at the amount of time Cam's mom got.
I agree with that actually.
It was kind of a lot.
Yeah,
which
it was.
is great, but it just kind of surprised me. But yeah, it was so cute. I loved watching her, like the shots of her during the concert, like watching Cam. That was so cute.
I know. Okay, let's talk about the bonuses.
Yes.
So it was really cool to see her like doing the handwritten note and the wax seal. We were like, of course, like Taylor would.
Yes.
She said it took her a few weeks, and it's just really cool that she like wrote down and said thank you to every single person, and like she wanted to make it worthwhile for everybody, which I don't know. It's just so cool. I love that Andrea walked in and was like, "You did these wax seals?"
Yeah, like even her who knows Taylor, she was like, "You wax sealed all of these yourself?"
Well, because I'm sure she was just like, "When did you have time to do this?"
Yeah,
like when? In between the 2,000 CDs you were signing?
Yeah, literally.
What?
And the albums you were writing and the shows you're putting on and the sleep that you weren't getting probably.
Yeah. For real stuff. I know. But it was cool. She like handed out the bonuses, and we get to see like the group of dancers all gather around, and she had Cam, right? Yeah, Cam.
Yeah.
Read the message, and she had like a little thank you as like a poem, which obviously is just Taylor to a T. But they bleep out the amount. but we see everybody like losing it over the amount. But a lot of people on the internet have speculated that they actually said $750,000, which that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I feel like it had to be around there.
Yeah. Yo, have you seen the close-up clip of him talking? It's like, I saw it before I even heard people like speculating the number, and that was the number that I like could tell that he was saying.
Okay.
So like, I would be shocked if that wasn't the number, but like, can you, because they're already getting paid really well, I'm sure, but to get a bonus like that, and to think of Cam did not have enough money to buy a plane ticket to go to the audition, and he just got almost getting close like to $1 million bonus. A bonus?
Well, yeah, like she made all of them millionaires, which is so cool.
Because that's not the first bonus that they got.
No, yeah.
And that's not their pay.
That's not their, yeah. It's, well, and then to think, you know, she gave the truck drivers a bonus, and it's just like, artists don't do that.
Yeah.
But Taylor does, because she has respect for the people that are helping her, and she realizes that she can't do this without those people.
Yeah. And she's like, if it's doing really well, like I should pay the people that are helping making it happen. And I love that attitude. I also loved that she was saying that she wanted to set a precedent with the tour. Like she wants to be the example to other artists, for people, like what they should expect. And I just love that.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of, I guess, almost to end it, we're kind of going back to the Florida rehearsal, but so now Florence has showed up to rehearse, and it's so funny because when they were rehearsing before Florence was there, she's like telling Mandy, like when she's like, no, I want to be back with the dancers, like on the lift, she's like, Florence, she'll be down for anything, like she's good to do stuff with us, like whatever. Florence shows up and she's like, excuse me? She's like, you have the wrong person. Like, I don't do choreography. Like, I don't do lifts.
I just like run around the stage.
Yeah, she's like, all I ever do when I perform is just run around and do whatever I want. So you could see she was super caught off guard, and she was pretty uncomfortable and nervous. Yeah. And so she also commented on how big the stage was. And I actually went and looked because I was curious, because I think of Florence as like a fairly big artist. And so I was like, I wonder what, like I want to compare like what it was like for her to be performing in a stadium like that versus what she's used to performing on. And so this isn't going to mean something to a lot of you, but to Carly. So the last time she toured here, which I think that, I can't remember. This was sometime between like 2018 and 2023. That's as good of a range as I'm going to give you. She performed at the Maverick Center.
Oh, okay.
So
bigger than like, I thought
smaller than the Delta
but like
Center.
Smaller, yeah.
But like for her, this stage and this stadium are like pretty massive. Yeah. And then to add in choreography and stuff on top of that. Yeah, she was super nervous, but I love that she was saying, she like made a few great comments. Like she was talking about Taylor. She was like, her persona is huge, but as a person, she's soft. And like, we can both kind of be like that. And she's like, we get along so well when we're together. We're just silly and goofy. And then she actually got to attend a show before, and she was commenting on how beautiful the crowd was. But I thought that she killed it. Like, she seems so nervous practicing, but when you watch the performance, I'm like, you don't look nervous at all. Like, no, she killed it.
Yeah.
So,
killed it. Awesome. Like, yeah, that was amazing.
I love that Mandy was like, are you good if we run, Taylor? Are you good if we run it again? And Taylor was like, nope, that's all we've got.
I know.
And I say stupid stuff like that all the time. Like, when people are like, can I use your bathroom? I always go, no. It's like, of course you can use my bathroom. Yeah, like, it's like such my humor. I just loved that.
So funny. Oh, I loved it. I loved too when like Florence was kind of like talking about the experience in general and just like how extraordinary it was. And she had like seen like the Eras tour and like this cultural moment from the outside, but now she's like, she's in it. She's part of it. And like, she was talking about like, Taylor's my friend, and she's like a very cozy person. And then all of a sudden I'm like, it's freaking Taylor Swift. Like seeing her on stage, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
starstruck
sure.
because she's just so used to like such normal interactions with her. And then she has this sudden realization, kind of like we talked about how we just saw that recent clip of Taylor holding Travis's niece, Kylie, and their daughter, Jason's daughter. And it's like one day that girl is gonna realize who her aunt is, and her mind is gonna explode. And it's like Florence had that moment all of a sudden, you know. So
totally.
Super fun seeing Swiftie Sweetheart and Tess.
I know, that was
second
cool.
episode. That was so fun. I don't know. It makes you wonder. I mean, they show a lot of crowd in all of it, in the movie, in the episodes, and I'm like, I wonder how many people like can spot themselves, even if they aren't the focus. Like they see themselves in the background, or I don't know. It's been fun.
So cool.
But I loved at the end. Taylor was like, she was like, which the title of the episode was Magic in the Eras. And so at the end she said, there's magic in the air. There's magic in the eras.
Cute.
I just thought that was so cute.
So good.
Yes. I can't believe, it's like you said, you're like, this is going to be long. But if we don't do it all now, we're just going to get more and more behind, because in a couple days we got 2 more episodes to talk about. We're being fed. We're being fed. And in turn, we're feeding you with more episodes.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Man. I'm so excited. And it's fun. I know there's a lot of people I've seen like online be like, I'm just going to wait till all 6 so I can binge or whatever. I'm like, how are you doing that? Like,
you want to binge? Just watch both episodes over and over
times, multiple times. Come out. I know. I'm just loving it. I love that we got episode 1 and 2. I'm letting it sit and like think about it. We're talking about it. People can listen to this. And then, like you said, in a couple of days we get more and then more again. It's just, it keeps on giving.
Watch the tour movie.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so good. So yeah, it's crazy. We only have like 2 weeks left of the year.
I know.
Which is so crazy. So yeah, you can pretty much just expect for the rest of the year, we're going to be talking about the documentary. We're going to do just like we did today, where we talk about the episodes for the next 2 Mondays or next 2 Tuesdays. And we recorded on Monday. But I'm loving this, and I think it's just going to get better and better. So
absolutely. So if you guys want even more content, we do have our subscriber episodes. So you can get those if you subscribe to our Patreon, which is linked in the show notes. You can always find that there. That's only $5 a month, and that gets you access to 2 extra episodes a month, or you can listen to those also on Apple subscribers. So whatever works better for you. And then if you actually do the $10 Patreon account, you can get access to our monthly Zoom calls, and we will be having a Zoom call at the end of this month, and that's when we're actually going to be chatting about the docuseries. So you can just hop on a chat with a bunch of Swifties, and we just chat about whatever Taylor Swift is, doing right now.
Currently
and that is the docuseries. We're going to be talking about that this month. It's going to be really, really fun.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
So the Eras tour may be over, but it's coming back like a 90s trend, and we are stoked about it. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.